Welcome everybody to this Virgo season yoga flow. Today we're going to be flowing with just our mat, but you're welcome to bring a block in if you like. And the theme of this flow is going to be taking things slow, kind of listening to our body, showing ourselves some care, but also getting a little bit twisted up and tangled around the mat, kind of just squeezing all that energy and then let it all go at the end. So if you'd like to join me, we'll be starting in just a minute and I'll see you there. We're going to start seated, so if you do have a block, you're welcome to pop this underneath the hips just to further elevate here. Otherwise, just allowing yourself to sit comfortably to the earth, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe closing down the eyes, letting the shoulders soften away from the ears. And in true Virgo spirit, let's really ground through our breath into the sensations of our body today. So perhaps we start with an extended exhale, so drawing your inhale in through the nose, kind of noticing where it lingers in the belly, in the chest, and then releasing this breath through the mouth with a sigh. And let's do that 2 more times. So nice big inhale, drawing in. And an exhale to let it go. And once more in that same way, deep breath calling in, again noticing where it stems from. And letting it release, maybe the shoulders drop. Beautiful. And maybe it feels aligned for you today to continue your breath in that same pattern, or maybe starting to focus your inhales in through the nose and let them follow back out through the nose now. And as you do this, say just witnessing, waking up to any sensations within the body, points of spaciousness, maybe points of a little bit of tension. And as we're holding a nurturing space for ourselves today, maybe you can send the breath there. And just with any of our practices, take what you need, leave the rest, come to child's pose whenever you wish to. This is going to be a nice short and sweet flow to kind of feel into those spaces of the body today. So you're welcome to keep the eyes closed. We're going to start by drawing the shoulders softly up towards the ears and then letting them roll down the back of the spine. So maybe in time with your breath, inhaling as they rise. And then exhaling as they drop away. And then we're going to stretch both arms out to the side, almost imagining like there's a little invisible string at the end of our fingers, and allowing that string to be pulled left to right. So we're gently isolating through the shoulders. And it's up to you kind of how far or how deep you move into this. And then we're going to wrap one arm all the way around us, the other to join, holding the shoulders and gently tucking the chin down towards the chest, rounding through the back body, and just giving ourselves a gentle hug here. Maybe even softly brushing the thumbs onto the body. Indulging in those soft, sacred breaths. And then slowly untangling, maybe letting the arms come out into a cactus as we soften down through the shoulders. And we're going to land our left hat down to the earth. Flipping through the right palm, let's inhale, take the arm all the way up over the head. Nice little side stretch here, maybe focusing the breath into the side ribs. And then pressing into that left hand as we come up through center to the other side. Really nice. Let's go back the other way. Inhaling as we rise, exhaling as we fall here. Maybe if you're feeling kind of open in the body today, you take a little roll of that top shoulder, start to spiral the heart space round to the sky. And then once more coming back, really noticing each time the body lifts and then presses back into the earth being really deep support for our practice today. So Virgo being that earth sign energy that we're moving into now as we come towards autumn. So let's take our time now to roll over the legs, coming to find our tabletop position, stacking the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Any intuitive movement, maybe lean into that a little bit here, but say Virgo season, maybe we're thinking a little bit more practically today, and we want to drop straight into those cat-cows. So let's take an inhale as we lift through the chest, tilting the gaze forward, and then exhale as you round and press the mat away. Beautiful. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale as you lift, look forward. Exhale as you reverse. And once more, just like this. Inhale. See if you can really let the belly go here, softening. And then bringing it back. Beautiful. We're going to come into our thread the needle pose now. So maybe walking your left hand just a tiny bit further up the mat. Inhale to lift the right arm maybe halfway or to the sky, and then folding it all the way underneath, shoulder and ear come to the mat, hips stay lifted, and it's your choice. Maybe this top hand's left hand stays where it is, it might stretch towards the top of the mat, or you may come to find your bind here. So feel free to play and explore, and then settling in to the one that suits your body today, and maybe let it be the most nurturing option. So Virgos love to take care of other people, so this practice today is really about taking care of ourselves so that we can come into that soft and gentle space for other people. So putting ourselves first, let's take our time to come back to center, and then go to the other side. We inhale, lift through the left arm and let it draw underneath, softening ear to the mat. Your choice where that supporting arm rests. Maybe even closing down the eyes here so you can draw that awareness inwards, listening to the body. Virgo is also linked to our health and our routines, so maybe yoga is part of that for you. Let's take our time to come gently up, maybe walk the knees in. We're going to take a child's pose here, so the knees can stay together or draw apart. Again, always choosing that softer and kindest option for you. Reaching the arms forward, rest the head on a block if you need to, if you want to today. And then we're going to bring the arms across to the side. So right hand is coming off to the side. We're going to bring the left arm on top, or left hand, and then dropping the head between the arms here. Continuing with that steady pace of the breath. Lovely. And then coming to center just for a moment. And then bringing left hand to the side, right hand to rest on top or just by the side of. As you feel that stretch into the side body, again, signaling the breath here perhaps. Create that extra space that is available. And then we're coming back through center. Lovely. So we're going to start to move into our flow. We're going to be kind of moving all the way around the mat. So just kind of taking your time, maybe lingering somewhere a little bit longer if you want to. And we're going to start by coming up to our tabletop. So almost as if we were coming into a supported side plank, we're going to turn our foot, our left foot back behind us, stretch the right leg away, and come into that variation from here. So our free arm can extend up to the sky. If you want to, you can release the fingertips all the way towards the top of your mat, so you get that lovely stretch from the fingertips down to the back edge of the foot. And then we're going to press into the hand, into that outside edge, and then start to come all the way up to center. From here, we're dropping our hand down, softly resting here, and the other arm comes into a tilt as we stretch the body out the other way. So again, feeling into that nice deep breath, and then we're coming all the way back down. So landing the left hand here, our free arm is going to stretch up towards the ear, and maybe we start to lift that back leg off of the floor. From here, once again, like there's invisible strings pulling out from you. Then we're going to exhale, draw knee to elbow. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Inhale to reach away. Exhaling to draw in. And once more, inhale, maybe a big stretch. Maybe you don't even fully straighten the legs. Exhale, we come into center, and maybe here, starting to open up through the heart space, gentle back bend as we hold the foot. And then slowly bringing this held foot to the top of our mat, we're going to realign through that back leg. So we're coming into a low crescent lunge to begin with. Well, the shape of the legs. So stabilizing here, we're going to open into a twist. So left hand stays down to support. Right arm is coming all the way up to the sky, unfurling those fingertips. Maybe even give them a little wiggle. Feeling that energy down the forearm. And then once again, we're really grounding through our bases to bring ourselves up into a modified warrior 2. So if it's too much to have the arms straight here, you can always bring your back arm a little bit further forward and close that space. And maybe we're looking down the front arm, maybe we're looking back behind us, say play around here, there's no right or wrong option. And we're going to use this back arm to draw us forward, start to come into that low crescent lunge now. So maybe making space by shuffling that front foot forward, a little dip into that front hip allows us again to open the heart. Let those fingertips gently rise to the sky, maybe even the chin tilts upwards here. Perhaps challenging yourself to close the eyes and just fully focus in on your breath now that your body is in a supportive shape. And then we're going to lower our hands to heart center. Maybe it's enough to stay here, finding that lovely length through the spine. Or perhaps we're bringing the left elbow to hook gently to the outside or on top of that front thigh. Hands are creating this lovely long line across the forearms. Maybe we're gazing back behind us. So there's a few options to play around with here. Again, taking the kindest, the most nurturing option. Virgo's always trying to kind of move ahead, get things done. What does it feel like to just be present and for something to just be enough as it is? Lovely. We're going to take our time to close this cycle of movement as we bring the hands to the floor. Maybe sweeping that front leg back. You're welcome to take your full vinyasa through chaturanga here, or staying to the knees, bringing yourself gently down to the earth. Inhale as you roll the shoulders, maybe coming to cobra or baby cobra, and then bringing it back down. Lovely. We're going to take that flow to the other side. So let's start by coming back into our child's pose. I'm going to turn the other way for this side of the practice. You can stay where you are. Once again, knees wide, knees closed together. Find that centering space, and then we're bringing the left hand off the mat, right hand on top or to the side. Finding space in the ribs here, in the side body. And then walking back to center. Lovely. And then let's come over to the opposite side. And again, back to center. Really nice. So we're bringing ourselves all the way back up here. This time we're going to turn our right leg back behind us. We're stretching the left leg. To begin with, we're taking that modified side plank, bring that arm to the sky or over by the ear. As you take that lovely sip of your inhale, press in through your bases, ready to rise up to your gate pose. Maybe hold there for a moment, watching any plants that you might hit on the way, and then opening up, side body stretch. Lovely, bringing that hand back down to the floor. From here, we stretch the fingertips by the ear, or the arm by the ear, fingertips reaching away. Maybe you're lifting that back leg away from the floor. Inhale, reaching out of the body. Exhale, knee to elbow. And again, 2 more times. Inhale, stretch away. Exhale through center. Once more. Inhale, nice big stretch, finding that length. Bringing it in. And then taking hold, if you like, of the foot back behind you. Gentle back bend. You can move the foot further away to make it deeper. Move the foot in, make it smaller. And then from here, we're going to land this foot that's back behind us to the top of our mat as we take our twist to the opposite side once again. So right hand is supporting us. We're traveling up through the left fingertips. Maybe we're gazing towards them. Giving the fingers a little wiggle here. So feeling that aliveness in the forearm. And then once again, pressing into our bases. Big inhale, we engage the core. And we come up into our warrior 2 shape here. So again, you can soften that back arm. Make it a little bit more of a gentler twist. You feel free to rearrange yourself once you arrive into the shape. And then let's carry that breath leading from the back arm as the arms reach to the sky, and we soften into that hold through the front hip, grounding through the toes, soft opening through the heart as we lift the chin. And then melting the hands to heart center if you're joining me for the twist on the other side. So once again, let's press into the palms, create that line across the forearms, maybe hooking the elbow here. Over time, starting to work the thumbs to stay towards the chest, so you're finding this lovely opening space over the twist, or rather the shape of the arms, that hooking of the elbow. To say, just do what feels good for you, but we don't have to be here. We can even be a little bit more upright or a little bit more on a diagonal. Really nice. And let's close it down. Hands come to the floor. Your choice, full vinyasa or onto both knees. Flowing the weight forward as you come down to the mat. Gentle pressure through the toes, still noticing those grounding spaces. And then coming all the way back up. Let's walk the hands back towards the knees as we come to center here. You're going to stretch the legs out long in front of you. And we're going to take a forward fold here. So maybe bending the knees, reaching the fingertips to the sky. Exhale as you fold. Letting the chin relax into the chest. Of course, if you want to make this more active, you can work towards straightening the legs, or you can even make this more passive and let the hands rest either side of you. And then gently bringing yourself to center. Let's straighten out through the right leg. Pull the left foot in. You could stay here. You could bring it over the top if you like. And we're going to fold towards that knee. So taking our free arm, wrapping it all the way around. And then our left hand comes to the earth behind us. Maybe staying raised on the fingertips. Flexing through the toes. And perhaps your gaze follows the length of your collarbone back behind you. Really witnessing and leaning into that trust and flow of your breath. And then bringing the arms to the other side, a little press into the earth, a counter twist here, and then swapping it to the other side. So we'll straighten out the left leg, call the right knee in, hooking it over once again. And then let's wrap the arm all the way around. Maybe we're flexing those front toes, that supporting hand back behind. Soft, gentle breaths here, really letting yourself start to feel that weightiness through the bottom, through the heel of your foot. And then taking your counter twist, hands come to the other side, press into the mat, and then coming back to center. We're going to make our way down onto the back body now, so maybe shuffling the hips forward. Once you come down, bringing the knees in towards the chest, giving them a gentle rock side to side, massaging out through that lower spine. And maybe send the feet to the sky, send the arms, and give everything a nice little shake. Lovely. And then maybe bringing your feet to touch, knees to the side, or you could straighten the legs out long. Maybe one hand to heart, one to belly. Close down the eyes here. Let's seal our practice with some grounding breaths. Every exhale you move through, whether it comes out through the mouth or the nose, just further settling into that surrendering state. That gentle holding heaviness. Almost imagining that the earth beneath you is an open palm and holding you in that safe and secure touch to the earth. And as the days start to grow darker and the new season starts to filter in, you can feel this pressure to get things done, to kind of move ahead. But this is a transitional sign, transitional moment. We're still kind of lingering in that summer space before autumn. And as it is an earth sign, maybe this is a time of planning rather than doing. Being kind with yourself, so enjoying those summer days as they filter in. Knowing that you are enough and that you have time. And staying here longer if you wish to, maybe pausing the video. Otherwise, maybe gently wiggling the fingers and the toes to wake yourself back up. Whatever you choose to do, making sure that it comes from a heart-centered space, dropping away from the thinking mind. You can spare a few more moments with your breath in stillness, then do. I will see you on the mat again soon. Namaste.